Okay, guys, what's up? So the match has been set already. March 21st, Fallen Heroes number 10 up in Kansas City. And I got a match with a massive, strong youngster stud named Easton McCormick. And he has agreed to the Chocolate Thunder rules in Supermatch. And I'm going to go ahead and explain to what it is and why I'm doing it. So what it is that we have a coin, right? And let me get to the why first. Because how often have myself or you go to a match and then your opponent says, hey, want us to go to the straps? And I'm like thinking, at one point, I was like, you know what? No, you have to earn the straps, right? But what happens? They're going to bail anyway. Professional slip, right? So I'm thinking, okay, if I can't, that's a fight I'm never going to win, really, unless I just clamp down like that. But then by them doing that, it changes you out of your game and it plays into theirs. So what it is that fact that when they say, let's go to strap, you say no, okay, that's cool. They're going to bail anyway, so they get what they want. Plays right into their strategy. I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, what can we do to even the playing field or even, nullify that? So I thought, you know what? The first thing I thought is that, well, if they're going to ask me, don't want to go on the strap, I would then say, hey, well, let's go to rest grip. Some were kind of going, well, I don't know if I want to do that because now they can't sit there and get their little advantages in the setup and stuff, right? So, all of a sudden they didn't like that. Some didn't like that, right? So now I'm thinking, how about this? And before I go any further, I am not under any circumstances trying to change the game. I'm not trying to do none of that stuff. This is just strictly for super match purposes for me, which is why I'm calling it the Chocolate Thunder rules. Now, what it is that you get a coin. It could be a quarter, whatever, or you can get a coin like this. I may use this, I may not. So what it is that you get a coin, you flip it. If it falls on H, heads, hook match. If it falls on tails, strap match. So again, you got heads for hook, tails for strap. So talking with the guys today on the Can Connection about that, they thought also it's just going to be a non-top roll match. I'm like, not necessarily, because you can still perform the top roll out of the strap. But see, the thing is, though, in the strap, you can do a lot more. You can do a hook. You can do a king's move if you want. You can do a top roll. You can do a hook. You can do a press. You can do all that. If it falls on tails. Now, if it falls on heads for the hook, straight up power hook. Don't even try to peel out of it. You stay in there. Because if you think about it, well, hook, heads, tails, you got strap, you can top roll, king's move press, even flop wrist. I think it covers all the styles. I think it does. I could be wrong, but I think it covers maybe 80, 90%, 95% of the styles by doing this with the coin. Now in the power hook, you line up, let the ref know what's going on. Hey, we're going to go start into a hook. So we're like this. We're carved in already, but you peel out, it's a loss. Because it was heads, hook, stay in the hook the entire duration. For then all you hook lovers out there, it's like, oh, I like that kind of stuff. You start into a hook, and guess what? The match is not done until you pin your opponent or your opponent pins you in that hook, okay? In the hook. Pretty simple, right? And like I said, it goes tails. Now you got a jack of all trades. You can find out. You can still hook in the strap. You can flop rest in the strap. You can top roll in the strap. You can do all that kind of stuff. King's move if you want in the strap. So I think it offers variety. But again, I'm not saying this should be for a tournament. This is just, for me, super match format. I'm going to implement that. So Easton McCormick has agreed. We're going to go ahead with the Chocolate Thunder rules. I'll flip this coin. If it lands on heads, we go into a hook match and it stays into a hook till somebody wins. If it falls on tails, it's going to the straps. You can do whatever you want. Still the same rules. Elbow foul is a foul. 2 fouls is a loss. There's nothing rule changing about this. This is just the, Chocolate Thunder rules as far as the setup and how we want to do that. to eliminate, and also to eliminate the tween we all get when we slip. How often do we slip? All of a sudden, you smack yourself in the chin, or you slip, and all of a sudden, that thumb whacks hard on the table, or you slip up here, and all of a sudden, you get this tween that goes all the way down here, And if you're in a big tournament, that would kind of hurt. But even in a super match, you want to be as fresh as possible, if possible is the key word in all this, going into every round. So yes, the coin will be flipped before every round. So there you go. March 21st, it's on. Kansas City, Eastern McCormick, and your boy here. I'm already the underdog. I understand that. I realize that. Also, I got people saying, rest in peace, Thunder. And Thunder, you'd be lucky to, hang with him and all that kind of stuff because he's that damn good. And you know what? Yeah, he is that good. I admit to that, We'll see what we can do with that. So there's my explanation why I'm doing it this way. And so hopefully, maybe you guys might want to do it, maybe not. It's all good. Talk to y'all then.